Chapter 1. Kashmir and Corgis. 19th of December, Fulham, West London. Ali, hurry up. I want to beat the traffic before rush hour makes the journey even longer. You know how busy the M4 gets just after 8 a.m. Finn was too busy to worry too much about what inane selection of possessions Ali had decided to bring with him. He hated December in London. He wasn't sure why, but it was partially due to the damp and cold which made mornings so unpleasant. He missed his childhood Christmases in Wisconsin, where he'd lived for 15 years, and wished Britain had less humidity and more snow. Still, he couldn't complain. At least he and Ali had a car, and they wouldn't have to take the train. It wasn't a bad journey from Fulham, but it would have been trickier if they'd had to take the Underground to Paddington, then another train to Oxford, and then a taxi from there to Silverbourne Chase, his parents' country estate. Ali didn't respond right away, but eventually appeared with 2 Longchamp black tote bags, a Smythson leather carryall, and 4 books. Sorry, I had to get everything in the bags. Also, we had a bunch of food that was going to have to be thrown out. I saved it. He said this gleefully, as if Finn cared about some old butter and tangerines. Even after almost 10 years of living in England, he still found some of the behaviours hilarious. Had they been in the States, most people would have simply thrown out the butter and old fruit. But no, the English had a tendency to hold on to things and act very thrifty, even over the smallest of items. A smile appeared on his face as he pondered upon how bizarre the English could be sometimes. Are Freddie and Andy still getting a lift with us? I didn't get any messages from them. The last one I got was from Andy saying he might take a train. Why would he do that? Ali responded in a slightly despondent way whilst packing his bags into the boot of the Audi. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to tell you. So, they asked if we could pick them up outside Andy's, on Hurlingham Road. He said they're ready. I totally forgot to tell you. Sorry. Finn noticed how Ali had said sorry 3 times in the space of a few minutes. It meant something was potentially wrong. We can do that, just make sure there's enough space in the boot for their stuff. You could have told me earlier that they were ready and definitely coming with us. Is everything okay? Ali looked up and smiled. Yeah, I didn't take my anxiety medication on time and then had some coffee, feeling a bit jittery. Finn knew that there was probably more that he didn't want to talk about. It may have been as they were supposed to pick up Freddie and Andy, meaning he didn't want to get into a huge discussion or argument. It was times such as this that Finn became a little tired of Ali's tendency to avoid important subjects until he deemed it necessary to talk about them. And even then he was elusive and didn't quite get to the point. As someone who worked in product development for a cosmetics startup, this frustrated Finn. Okay, well, stick to herbal tea for now. Just sleep on the journey and get some rest. Why not sit in the back with Freddie? He loves talking about rowing, and he's more chill. As Finn reassured Ali, he placed his hand over his shoulder, feeling the smooth cashmere of his Luca Filoni casual pullover. Also, you may want to wear something less warm. Kashmir for an hour-and-a-half journey with the 4 of us in the car might not be the most pleasant. As Finn locked the front door to their flat, he noticed Ali ripping off his pullover and unceremoniously dumping it in the back seat. Typical, he thought. Although Ali wasn't messy, he did have a tendency to create more mess when there shouldn't have been any in the first place. He had noticed this during their first year of dating, when they were in the most competitive part of their university rowing career, especially when important regattas were coming up. As Ali sorted his t-shirt out underneath, Finn caught a sight of his abs and the top part of his jeans and underwear. A Jockmail jogstrap. Nice one, Ali, he muttered to himself with a cheeky smile. Finn actually admired the choice in underwear for 2 reasons. Firstly, he liked the way they lifted up Ali's package, meaning he could see a very nice bulge. Very prominent. Second of all, he knew it would be a warm car journey with the 4 of them in the car. It made sense, therefore, to wear lighter underwear that helped him breathe. The added bonus was that